Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson and I'm the WCPW review guy. And can someone please tell Erlen R. Shyster that this is not his tie? I was at his house this past week and then his tie went missing and now he's pissed off, and I swear this is mine. This is mine, but he... Anyways, and this is the WCPW Loaded. What are we on, episode 11 now? That's fucking insane. Episode 11 review. And yeah, let's over the generic crowd was on fire, commentary was awesome, it always is. Let's get to the actual matches. First thing off is Drew Galloway. He's backstage and he's like, he's getting ready for his big match against Joseph Connors for the world title. So that's that. So we got that out of the way. First match, a triple threat match for the WCPW Women's Champion. We had Alex Windsor, Katarina Lee. That was it, Katarina Lee, and Nixon Newell, obviously, for the women's title. Now I was pretty excited about this match. Now I'll be honest, I didn't know who Katarina Lee was. She was like Katie Lee, I think, in WWF. Sorry, WWE. She was in TNA, stuff like that. And honestly, that was during that huge period of time where I just did not watch wrestling. So she was new to me, but I was excited because once again, all these other people who've come over that I was unfamiliar with, former WWE superstars, they've all turned out pretty well. So I was, yeah. And once again, we're boosting up the women's division. It was in desperate need of some boosting, so all pluses going into this match. The match itself, I wasn't huge on, I'll be honest with you guys. It felt very rushed and a little sloppy. Once again, I'm saying this, I have respect for all the women in the match, and I'm a big fan of the women's division prior to this. I mean, I still am. It was just like, this is one of the worst matches. One thing that really kind of irked me, I guess, was there was just a part, like 3 minutes into the match, where Nixon and Alex are just pounding the shit out of each other, and then they're just wore out, and I'm like, you guys have literally just been fighting for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, that's it. That's it. I've seen you guys go longer than this with various opponents before, no problem, and now you guys are all like, ugh. You guys look like me, like when I have to get up and go to the refrigerator and get a soda, and like when I get there, I'm just kind of like, give me a second, let me just, okay. That's what you guys look like. It was insane. It wasn't a horrible match, but it wasn't great either. I mean, triple threat, it wasn't, for the early parts of it, I mean, you had a lot of breakup pins, or pin attempts broken up, and I like that, but other than that, I don't know. Probably my least favorite match of the week right there. It really was. And I was disappointed because I really want, I mean, I'm a crusader. I'm literally, hoping that this women's division takes off in a huge way. And, I wasn't feeling it. I just was not feeling this match right here. Nixon Newell, pins Alex Windsor, retains the title. I was kind of hoping that we'd get Katarina running in and attacking her after the match, but we didn't get that. So anyways, that was that match right there. Up next, we had a triple threat tag team match, and I'll get to some of the backstage stuff real quick, I guess, because there's a lot of it, but a lot of it was already like they shown it on the WCPW channel throughout the week. But we had Travis Banks kind of bully Parmesan into giving him a spot in the internet title match at Refuse to Lose, making it a triple threat now. And then of course we had Alberto El Patron and El Ligero backstage, and of course Travis Banks interjected into that promo to be like, hey, I'm also going to be in this match as well. I feel like I'm missing something else, and I'm sorry. No, because the other thing will tie into the next match. Alright, so triple threat tag team match. Moss is back. We got Moss and Slater against Mustache Mountain and Los Perspectiva with El Great Draco and James R. Kennedy in their corner. Yes, Alex Gracie is now in the fold. What was his name? I asked on the comments section during the match, and I got like 2 or 3 different names thrown at me. El Lucho L. Gracie, was that it? I literally listened to that spot like a million times, and I could not make heads or tails of what they said his name was. So if anybody out there knows, and I'm sure I'm gonna get like 10 responses back on what his name was, but anyways, really happy to see them come back, and I was glad they brought Alex Gracie into the mix, you know, part of the Luchador trio now. So I love that whole part of it right there. Mustache Mountain, they remind me, and I'm not sure what team came out first, but they kind of remind me of the Vaudevillains. They kind of have that old school look to them and everything. I'm blanking on their names, like Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Is that it? But yeah, they're, and of course, you know, got Moss and Slayer. And like I said, very impressed with that tag team right there. So the match itself, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. Because like it was definitely slower paced than I would have wanted it to be, but it had a lot of good spots in it. I love when they would have the, you know, I forget which one of the prospects were up in the suplex, but then of course they tagged out and he comes in, he gets underneath and they carry it on. I mean, they do that like 3 or 4 times, and then it eventually goes to his partner, and then of course they push it over, and you know. So I thought that was pretty good. I did love the final part. Where not the final part, but toward the end, where they were all on the ground, and I think it was Gracie going up to the top. He was going to dive off onto everybody, and Moss grabs him and just tosses him right off. And then Moss, which I was not expecting this, makes a fucking run for it and dives over the top. I mean, he's a huge beef dude, right? Like, this guy's jacked. Fucking somersaulted right over that thing. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. And unfortunately, this part really sucked because, like I said, I'm a Johnny Moss fan, but he got hurt during the match. I kind of wish the commentators would have kind of focused on that a little bit, because you definitely could have played up the story that, you know, Liam Slater is now left alone. But it was really weird because, I mean, now that Moss was down, like, Mustache Men just disappeared. Like, it literally was just Las Perspectivas against Liam Slater. And that was the other thing. Now, and I made this comment during the show in the comment section, and of course the instant responses I got back, you know, I was like, I guess outside interference doesn't matter because Drake kept running in and interfering, and everybody's like, well, triple threat, no DQ, and I'm like, I get that, except in the very first episode loaded, it was a triple threat, and it was ended with a disqualification. Parmesan, you can't have it both ways. This is fucking pile driver situation all over again. So that was all I was trying to say. It was like, you know, literally, whole time he's running in, and I'm like, if there's no disqualification, then why are we having tags? Like, that's the other thing. Like, shouldn't this be Tornado then? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. Like I said, it was still an enjoyable match. Like I said, I wish it would have been a little more quick paced, but to me, it was just a little. It was brought down mainly like whenever Mustache Mountain got in there. I mean, they weren't bad, but it just seemed like they were really almost green, and I don't know if that's true or not. They may actually be veterans out there, but it just seemed like, I don't know, they were just kind of, they were very slow. And then, of course, Moss getting injured really kind of put a hamper on things. But I am glad to see that, you know, Las Perspectivas got the victory. And once again, now, I'm down, and I'm rolling with this. I'm just saying from like a kayfabe perspective. Like, Parmesan, like, suspends Prospect. Now, I could sort of see initially, you know, James Arcane like, fine, I got these 2 other guys, you know, they're luchadors, and he's like, sure, fucking put them on, yeah, I'll sign them. And he signs them. And then, of course, it's clearly, it was Drake and Lucas Archer. I want to say Lucha Archer. Lucas Archer. So, I can see Palmer's like, oh shit, I already signed him, damn it. Whatever, fine. But then it's like, Alex Gracie comes back, and he's just like, is Jim Arcane like, hey, we got one more guy, it's another luchador. He's not Alex Gracie, I promise you, he's a totally different guy. And Parmesan's like, yeah, whatever, everybody's running over me past 2 weeks anyways, fuck it, I'll sign it. Oh, it's Alex Gracie, big shock. I don't know, but still, I'm enjoying this. And that's another thing, I was kind of perusing the section, that's what I'm going to use. I was perusing the comment section during the match, and like, everybody was just like showing some hate toward this whole Prospect thing. Dude, I'm glad. Like, at first, I was wanting them to be like, I don't want to come out and throw out the full horsemen, but I want to see them be like this massive, like, heel stable. And it turned out that was not going to happen. Like, they were not going to be this feared tag team. So, like, to me, the best next thing would be, like, this comedic, you know, duo. And then it became a trio. And I'm okay with that. And I like this. Like, this storyline, I think, is hilarious. You know, I don't know where it's leading, but I'm enjoying the ride right now. But I was just really shocked to see, like, a lot of people, like, bashing it, like, hardcore down in the comment section. I was like, guys, lighten up. For fuck's sake, it's a fun show. If you guys are familiar with the WCPW stuff, or, you know, Walk Culture's, you know, content before this, are you really, like, up in arms? Like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. They're ruining the state of professional wrestling right now. Fuck off. So yeah, that was that right there. All right, so next we go to, I love this. We go to Primate, still chasing Jack the Jobber. Now I'm just going to assume, because I can roll with kayfabe, that he's been chasing him for like 2 weeks straight. Like literally just chasing him through the streets of Newcastle. It could be even going farther, who knows? It definitely could, you know, around to the countryside. Fucking just kept going. Kept going. He's chasing him everywhere. But I do love, you know, Jobber runs in there and of course sees, you know, Katarina Lee and starts hitting on her even. And then boom, he like fucking Primate just breaks through the door and just, dude, he's scary. I'm not gonna lie, like I would shit myself and run too. I literally would. And I'm chunky as shit, but I would find it somewhere deep down to just fucking go. Like just fucking run, because dude, Primate's scary. So chasing him out to the ring, which I thought was funny, because like, you know, he's out there and he's just like, oh, help me. Primate runs out there, which I thought was kind of funny that Primate came out to his music, because I was like, that means there was somebody back there who's like, oh shit, here goes Primate. We've got his music queued up. Oh, we do? Convenient. And then hit it. Comes out there where Jobber gets out of there. However, Primate spears Simon Miller, which was pretty cool actually. Because we all know, you know, if you've been following stuff on What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel, you know that he's actually trying to become a professional wrestler. So it's kind of cool to see him get kind of thrown into the mix there. Of course, he took a spear, fucking awesome. Like I loved it. And of course, he got choked out afterwards. Well, then, of course, you know, security runs out there and he tears all them up and just starts tearing ass hardcore. And then finally Joe Hendry comes out and he's like, oh, this is enough of that. I didn't have a match, you know, scheduled tonight, so guess what? You got me right now. So the next match, Primate, he has Susie Kennedy in his corner going against Joe Hendry. And this match was really good. I really enjoyed it. Just hard hitting and just fucking awesome. Get to kind of, you know, give Joe Hendry a little boost going into his Refuse to Lose match with Kurt Angle, which is always good. I didn't like the fact that Primate lost, but out of the two possible scenarios, you want to have Hendry win because he definitely needs that push more. And the fact that they kind of saved at the end where Primate just fucking lost it and just started beating the shit out of everybody, I loved it. The fact that Susie Kennedy even looks scared, I like that. Like literally, this is how much of an uncontrollable beast he has become. Like even his manager can't even tame him anymore, so loved it. But yeah, Hendry wins and moves on, so. And then finally, the main, oh wait, no, we got a little video package, that's right. I can't remember if it came before or after, but anyway, we get the video package of Adam Blampier training, which was just hilarious. It's like, oh dude. And of course, we know it's going to end in some kind of weird. He's going to win that match. Like Blampier is going to beat Rampage because we're going, you know, he's going to bring somebody else in, and we're going to continue that. However, you're just watching, it's like, oh, that's so ridiculous. Like you just want to see him get his neck snapped with a pile driver. So, anyways, moving on to the main event and my match of the night. World title match, Drew Galloway versus Joseph Connors. Now, when I said Galloway, now I think it was 2 weeks ago. Galloway took on Moose, and I was just not a fan of that match. I thought it was just very clunky and bulky, and I don't know, it just didn't fit for me. And then the fact that there was like no storyline into it, so it literally just felt like a TNA exhibition match to me, which I mean, and that's nothing against TNA, I mean, whatever, but this match itself just didn't feel like it fit like on a WCPW card. So I was just like, and wrote it off. So whenever Drew Galloway was getting a title match, I was like, oh fuck, really? However, really surprised because dude, he put on a hell of a match this time around. Like I guess it is Moose. I'm blaming Moose right now. I'm sorry. I know everybody loves doing the Moose thing, but I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. However, Drew Galloway and Joseph Connors put on a hell of a fucking match. Exciting all the way through. It kind of wind down a little bit toward the end, but at least it was building towards something. I like that. Early on, Galloway, you know, takes off the mats outside, exposing the wood floor, and then of course, you know, they kept fighting, and it was kind of just left alone. Like they didn't come back to it immediately, and I like that. Up to the ramp, you know, that once again, you know, I've tried a long time ago to break into professional wrestling. I was not tough enough, and I'm not making this up. Bumps suck. Like I'm like, nope. I'll just keep eating these cheese dogs and I'll be good to go. So I could not imagine taking a bump on that steel ramp. Like literally, whenever I see anybody get back by dropped onto that, I'm just like, oh dude, fucking trooper right there. I don't even want to do the fake rolls that, like, you know, Lost Perspectiva was doing down the thing. I'm just like, nope, I'll just walk around this thing actually. So yeah, whenever I saw him take that bump, I was like, oh fuck dude, that's brutal. Dude, Connors busted up early on. Like his mouth was, it was great. But the thing is, he had that crazy, like it fit perfectly. Like, that's your poster right there. Just have a picture of him, fucking crazy look on his face, blood coming out of his mouth. Like, it just looked awesome. And then in the end, he did that jumping, like, you know, because they always did that jumping DT where he comes, like, over the rope, hits the guy and goes down. Well, he did the same thing here, except, you know, from the apron down to Galloway onto the floor, and I fucking loved it. And then got him inside, and then, of course, hit the righteous kill and pinned him. And I like that, because I was really afraid, because I don't know, I just felt like you get all these kind of big stars coming in. I was afraid like they were going to be like, nope, I'm not losing clean to, you know, these guys. And so I was really glad to see that not only did he lose clean, I mean, he got murdered out there. Now, I mean, I'm not saying the whole match. I mean, the match was definitely back and forth. It was mostly Galloway. But the fact that he took, you know, such a devastating, like, you know, drop onto the, you know, fucking floor, and then righteous kill on top of that. And it was just like, it was a crazy righteous kill, too, because he was so big. So, like, you know, Connors had to kind of, you know, you can just tell he was struggling to get him up there. But, dude, the drop was sick. And I was like, holy shit. Joseph Connor wins, retains the title, which they're going away from calling the world title, and I'm like, fuck you, it's the world title. This is the only company I'm watching right now. This, to me, is the world, so, world title. Anyway, so Connors wins, and then, of course, after the match, you know, he gets on a mic, says some shit, goes up to the top, and then our boy Martin Kirby comes out, which was fucking awesome. Dude, and I know eventually they want to try to build to a Hendry Connors rematch. And in all honesty, you want to, I mean, Hendry is super, I mean, it's hard to gauge who's more popular, Hendry or Kirby at this point, because they're both so fucking over. But I feel like if I was writing this shit, I would be like, you know, unfortunately Connors has to win. I don't know if I'd have some interference and have Kirby go off on another feud after that or whatever, but Connors wins, and then, of course, him and Hendry would meet up, and then Hendry would win, and then have the era of Hendry begin. Thing is, El Guerrero, I want him to be the internet champion too. So I don't know, Kirby, I don't know where I want him at exactly. And I hate that because, I mean, he has blown up so much, like, quickly. And that's one thing, is the evolution of Martin Kirby himself. Like, if you guys have been watching this channel, watching this show, you know, since the beginning, you know, I'm not saying I was never a big Kirby fan, but I did just kind of write him off as comedy relief. Like, I was just like, he's funny for what he's doing, and that's it. That's all I said, you know. But as time went on, I was like, well, you know, he has the wrestling skills. He's still doing the goofy shit, and unfortunately, that's going to hinder him. So that's it. He'll still be this comedic whatever. But then he kept going. But then he started picking up these wins, and dude, the crowd was just nuts for this guy. And it was just like, you can't ignore it. And dude, he's hitting the Sable Bomb more now, and you're just like, fucking Kirby. And so I want to see him keep going. I want to see this star go up. But right now we got so many great wrestlers right now. So many, you know, WCPW did it right. They have a roster just full of fucking talent, you know. So it is like, you know, they're all kind of fighting for, you know, their position. So it's exciting. It really is. You don't know what direction it's going to go into. But I'm just glad to see Kirby, you know, he's rising up. I love it. I love the fact that even though he, you know, I don't know if I call him a face or a heel. I mean, he's popular, we'll say that. He's still kind of doing, like, you know, he just handcuffed himself to a thing, and he's interfering in matches. Those are not, you know, face qualities, you know. He's, you know, so he's kind of a tweener, I guess. But the fact that the commentary, because, you know, that's one thing I always noticed on WWF, even TNA and WCW, whatever, just any big company before, is whenever, like, the character would change, the commentary would change automatically with them. You know what I mean? Like, someone that you always, you know, hated, like, oh, he's despicable, and he just pushed that old lady down the stairs. But then, like, as soon as he starts, like, fighting against McMahon, they're like, oh, well, you know, I like him now because, you know, he's a good guy. And we're not seeing that here. Like, it's very realistic. Dave Bradshaw still doesn't like him, thinks he's annoying. And, of course, Alex Shane is like, yes, this is the greatest. So I like that. And the fact that Parmesan, same way, like, or Pacitti, sorry. So that's how much of a curb crawler I am. He's now Adam Parmesan to me, just everywhere. But anyways, the fact that, you know, Pacitti is the same way, like, you know, he's super popular, he's over, and even though Pacitti, you know, if he was, you know, going by, like, WWF standard, he'd be the good guy, he'd be like, yeah, I'm on board too. No, he's still not on board. He's just like, God, this dude is fucking annoying me, he's busting my balls, but he's over, what can I do? Here's your title shot. I love it. I just love it. It has a very real feel to it. It doesn't have that simple good guy versus bad guy, and then whatever camp you're in, that's the camp you're stuck. You know, it doesn't have none of that feel here, and I love that. So yeah, Kirby comes to the ring, and then they get in a big brawl, and then of course you got the entire the security out there to break them apart. And I love the fact that, dude, they were tearing the shit out of the security as well. Like, they were just beating the fuck out of them, going back to each other, and then more security show up, and then they turn around and beat the shit out of them. And eventually, though, Kirby hits the Sable Bomb and picks up the title and walks away. Loved it. Overall, the episode wasn't bad. Like I said, I was real disappointed with the opening match, and but that was really it. The opening match, the only match that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But the rest of it was pretty good to solid. And yeah, it's all leading to Refuse to Lose. So boom, can't wait for that. So yeah, that's it. So what did you guys think of the show? Let me know in the comments section down below. Of course, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Show this video that. Oh, where have you been on my... Oh, shit. Show this video that thumb and love. And, of course, follow me over on Twitter, WCPW Review Guy 1. Guys, that's all I got. Don't forget to tune in later on today, WCPW Top 10. And, yeah, we got some changes coming on that one, too, so tune in for that. Guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, until next time.